doing? I haven't forgotten. There's still time to put a little comment on that video. What I did last week of building this, it's still open to everybody, and I shall do the little prize draw name for that on Friday. For my supporters this week, thank you very much. Really much appreciate your support in these crazy times. I did manage to get, and I know they are like rocking horse shite, some of these steel bow nose pliers for shaping wire. I managed to get you a brand new one unscathed for this week's project. So I do appreciate you guys. I do, you know, without your help I cannot purchase such kits to show you all if they're going to be any good or not. It's a review. It's an honest review. So we was looking at crazy sort of mid-tension tools last week. I had to pimp the life out of one, didn't I, to get it to work. Right, we've got a few more here. Now this is a selection of HAOSHI tools. HAOSHI tools, or HAOSHI, I don't know how you pronounce that, it's probably all wrong. But HAOSHI tools from Banggood. Now there's a few pluses and a few minuses, and we'll do an honest review. The little pick wheels are made very, very well, but they are, that's my thumb, and it's not huge. They are extremely small. Could have been a little bit larger, so that's not a very good thing, but it depends how big your hands are, really. Positives, they have put a lot of effort into welding the upstand in, so you can see it is really very neatly welded there. Quite a bit of meat, so you can adjust that to a touch, and again neatly welded there. And the machining on it is pretty good, you know what I mean? I think it's pretty good. They've even made the effort of flattening off the wire as well. So someone's put some thought into this, and an extra little notch there to tuck your wire out the way. Now, we know these for a lot of these mid-mounted or mid-tensioned lever locks that you can get, quite common in Europe, not so much in the UK. Now, what you get in the set? Well, you get 3 for the bolt on the left and 3 for the bolt on the right, but they're not mirroring each other. Say this one here for the bolt on the left, it's a huge upstand, isn't it? So, and this is not midpoint, this is back. So I look at that and I think, oh, that could come in handy for something. And you did put a fair bit of weld on there, so you could pimp this up a little bit, or if you had one of those locks that this would fit, then brilliant, you could use that to pick that said lock. So that's you know, it's an unusual idea of a 2-in-1, but it is still functional. So you've got that sort of one. Now I must confess, I have already pimped the life out of one, so bear with. It was for bolt on the left, and it had one of those big sort of long things that always get in my way. I mortised that part there. I didn't need that part there, so we said ta-ra to it. So I pimped that off, which didn't take too long. As you can see, I sort of aggressively filed the life out of it, and I put a longer wire on it, and that's all I've done. That is it. That is all I've done. Nothing else. It's all the same. We'll give this a test. So that's again bolt on the left. What else we got? We've got a smaller one. So you got a good choice. There's those 3 for the left. We look on the right. Again, we get midpoint now. Again, quite high though, but you can adjust it, and again, look, the welds are there. So the welds are there. So 6 tools with all the bits and the bobs, and even that one's even got a nice little cutout. I don't know what that lock goes in, but if you do know, let me know, guys. That's quite an unusual sort of warded sort of cutout there. If you do, let me know. Please leave a comment below. So 6 tools, you know, pretty sort of not badly made, really. That could have been a little bit bigger. They are a bit lightweight. 80 notes. I don't think it's too bad. You're going to find some use for them, I'm sure you are. And another midpoint one there. So enough said of the do. We'll give them a test out. We'll give them a test out and see how good they are. So far, HAOSHI tools. I don't get sponsored. It was my supporters that bought this for me. That's their money goes to, is buying this stuff and us testing it out and sharing it, and to seeing if you want to part your pocket with 80 notes or not, or is it worth it. It's always better to have a good review to see what these tools actually physically look like than a really flashy little video with lots of little music and kittens walking in the background than actually showing you physically what they are, because they don't like to show you that sort of stuff. But yeah, okay, so we can use them, and if you did have those particular locks that these would fit, brilliant. But you could also pimp them up a little bit to fit some more stuff of your own. You know, I would cannibalise quite a few of these different parts as well. It's always dead useful. But enough said. We'll chuck something in the voice and we'll give him a little of a spin, handles and everything there, and a beautiful case. So I shall see you over there. Okay, let's test it on something it's not designed for, but you know, that's the way I am. We'll have a go. Okay, we've got a nice Union 3 lever. It's 5 gauge. So will the old HAOSHI tools work? Well, it's the upstand's the biggest part of this. So we can get the wire in there, we can, and we can get the tip in there, pull the wire back, get him to get into that position. Now we know. It's a bit weird because it seems the other way around to me. Normally that's the back part, but we are tensioning that bolt. As we can see, we've got movement. So we've got him in there, and then we've got this wire. We can move backwards and forwards. Now, you can only pick clockwise. You can't go backwards because the way the actual upstand and the cutout of the pipe is. So you can't go the other way around. But we'll give it a go, and we'll see if we can get all of them levers, and we'll see if we can get backwards or forwards. Will it work? It's all about, we're getting a little bit of movement. Backwards and forwards. Oh, a bit more movement there. More movement there. She's slowly going, and then she's gone. So we went all the way around. Take all my bits and bobs out. It's always a bit of a, there we go. She's all the way around. So what I'm going to do is chuck them all the way around, wiggle my wire out as she wants to go. There she goes. It's always a bit of a faff, but she does work. So it's a bit of a faff around, but it did work. It was not designed to do that, but if you've got a really tight restricted keyway and you have a set of this and you think, I can't get it there, just have a file. Remember guys, you can always take off, but it is so difficult to put back on. So if something's oversized, that's brilliant. A lot of you probably don't know, a lot of 2-in-1s out there are actually oversized and designed for you to tailor make them into what you want to use them for. Right, what we'll do is I'll go and get another lock, and then we'll test it out something else. Okay, we've got a different lock now. Now this tool is designed for these sort of locks. It's a double throw. I think there's 6 levers in there. Okay. Now I've took that tool out of the box, and I ain't done nothing to it. Okay, absolutely nothing. Got for the bolt on the left. It's a back tensioned lock, so it tensions from the back, and then we're going to go through, put the tension on, and then pick it. Now, very important when you put these tools in is try and get your wire outside there, and as soon as your upstand passes through the body of the lock, as soon as it goes through, pull your wire towards yourself as you push it towards the back. Then you're in a more or less position where you need to be. If you leave it there, sometimes it gets stuck, and you want to get stuck. So your best bet is, as you pass through, pull your wire towards yourself, tool goes forward, and your wire where it is. I'll try and demonstrate it here. So the wire goes in first, drop him in there. Now I'm just starting to pull forward. Now I'm going to pull my wire back, and the rest of the tool is going to follow through. And we're going to have a little fish round for the back of the hole, back of the lock. So this tool will fit in the back of the lock. Once you get him in there, there he goes. And then make sure your tool's down there. Make sure he's right in the back. There you go. We've got hold of that bolt. Okay. So we're going to go clockwise lifting. You can't go anti-clockwise because of the way the tool's designed. So we're going to put pressure on, but you got to remember, as soon as you get a real tight lever, you got to be able to take that pressure back off. You just got to nibble them up, and you'll feel the real tight ones. Check the pressure off a little bit. There. A bit of movement then. It's not a massive amount of pressure. Some locks you do seem to have more pressure than others, but you can bind all the levers up too much if you put too much pressure on. It's just a game of going backwards and forwards, nibbling through them. Sometimes your wire will get stuck a little bit like that. No nibble there. There's the first one. So there we go. We're going to go all the way around. We've got to take everything out, which is a bit of a pain. Take everything out. Okay, we're going to go back in. Tip of the tool in first. As soon as I get into that point there, pull the tip back towards myself. Now you'll hear it click, and all it's doing is just setting itself up. Make sure you're not all the way at the back. Listen, there. It's just gone back to the next one now. Same sort of principle. Oh, nudges. Backwards and forwards. Sometimes it's just finding that one. There she goes. She's open. Okay, then we're out, and we'll see if we can find a screwdriver. I don't want a face full of levers. I've only got one screw in this little thing. There they all are there. As you can see, all is very basic, lifting through, next one, lifting through, next one. Nothing too dramatic, but these are actually locking up people's doors and whatnot. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Remember, stay safe, stay legal, and stay well, and support us. Thank you very, very, very much. I really appreciate your support. And HAOSHI set of 6 18 ounce on Banggood. Well, you possible over time as you collect more locks, you might find some use for them. We'll try and find some more locks. The hardest part is not the tools, it's finding the locks that the bloody fit. So difficult. If anybody knows, or have any got, especially in Europe, if you've got any more locks with double throw like this, either central or back tension, and you want to trade, just let me know. I'm after some more locks so I can practice a bit more and get a bit more use out of those tools. So, guys, stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you all very soon. And for the members, I'm going to put a video up on the website, so look out. I shall email it to you via MailChimp. It's a really important, it's more of some more additional tools which I promised you, which I've got now, and I'm going to do a review on the website for them, so they're more of an add-on. So don't forget to look out for that chimp mail. It's a really important video. I shall see you all very soon. Ta-da!